Quilcha, forests for climate, nature, wood and people, for a greener future for all.
Yeah, welcome back. It's 15 minutes after 8 o'clock on a Monday night. I don't, for some reason, I feel kind of rushed and all over the place tonight, but I'm settling down now. I've got my tea in me. But anyway, we say hello and welcome our special guests on this Monday night. As I say, check them out live because these boys actually look better than me and you, Jimmy. On Paul, do you mind putting the phone off, please?
Oh, no.
You're on live radio. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you wouldn't do it in the BBC,
sorry,
would you?
Paul.
No, you wouldn't have. You'd be turned out. That's what would happen. What's that? Mickey Joe got a message. Bring back milk. Right. But anyway, listen, Mickey Joe Hart and Paul Tully. You're both welcome. All joking aside.
Hello, hiya.
It's
Thanks
good.
for having us. It's great to be here.
You're welcome. Good to see you. And Paul Tully. Mickey, I'll go to you in a wee minute, but we'll talk to this other fella here first, right? And Paul Tully, we haven't seen you or heard from you in a while.
I disappeared, but I'm back.
Are you back with a vengeance, or are you just back?
I'm back home.
Good stuff. How's things?
Hey, it's all good. I'm back home. I moved home. Was in Dublin there for a couple of years, and we said sack that and hit the eject button and live in Roskir now.
What's up?
It's
You
gone
living?
full circle.
Roskir?
So that's all good. We're in love. It's the year to the day last yesterday. So we're happy.
Still married.
Still married. Hey, I can't believe it myself.
Don't
know how I managed that.
There's one said you never stick it.
No, that's the thing.
No, there's one said I'm talking about your wife. They said you never stick it. See, that's good.
No, neither of us can believe it.
No, but come here. No, it's good to see. Are you doing anything music wise? Are you taking a back seat at the minute?
I wasn't doing it for a long time, Paul. I just sort of love-hate relationship with it, and at the minute I'm starting to love it again.
Well, that's good.
It sort of goes in waves, and I wouldn't do it for a long time, and then you might get, like you're bumping the Mickey there, or when you start talking about music and you pick up a song and
Things click again, don't they?
Start going for it again, and then you might get a wee gig coming up somewhere, and you get the love for it again. So that's I'm on a nice wee phase now.
Oh, well, that's good.
Just go for
Do you know this? Go with the flow and go whatever happens with it.
Well,
And,
that's it.
Don't be diving. You can get an overkill in it, like in fairness,
That was it.
and a burnout, And I've seen you burned out now, in fairness.
Oh, that's it.
My memory takes me back to Yarmore Island a few years back, but that's another story for another day.
Go hard or go home, Paul. Hey,
But you certainly done that, all right. I'll tell you. I have that recording still, and I still play it. You doing Grace? I know you don't remember, no. But it's a wee island off the coast of Donegal.
You were concerned in case I swore on radio. I think that was it, wasn't it?
Well, that made class stuff, right? that made real good radio. Might have been 5 complaints. That's brilliant. As long as people are listening.
I know. I think my dad was in the car and he goes, "What's he doing on the radio?"
He's bound to be full this time of day.
Half 4.
That's good. You still got the guitar, no?
What's that?
Still
I
got
still got it. Oh, it's in the room there. So it's hanging on the wall. Pick it up.
It was in my room for about 3 weeks, and my wife said,
Is that where it was?
"Is he not coming with that guitar?" And you're a lucky man, it's a right-handed guitar, because I'm left-handed all, and that you wouldn't be. I would have said no about this thing. No, but hey, good memories and good crack. No, listen, it's good to see you back in music-wise, and whatever happens, and you know what I mean. I think you will come back, and you'll come back well. So just take your time with it. Anyway, thanks indeed, Mickey. This. It's the Writers Series.
Yeah.
And it's yourself presenting it. Is that right? Am I right here? or what?
Yeah, it's something that I kind of did a few years back in a venue in Dublin for a couple of seasons, as they say, and had lovely kind of guests throughout that whole series or whatever, and I hadn't done it for a while, and it was just a really nice thing that I'd done once, over a couple of summers, and every fortnight or something would have all these special guests, kind of nice, singer-songwriters. You'd know them, like the 4 of us, John Spillane, Eleanor McAvoy, all these different people guests come and do a set, Maya Brennan, and you know what, loads of people, and then some young and up-and-coming artists and whatnot, so we had a bit of mixture of everything, and it worked really well. It was a venue out in Skerries, actually, called Rafts, and it was a lovely vibe. And then I suppose I hadn't done it for a while, and Gillian in the courthouse, I'd done some things with her, and she had asked me, would have any ideas to do anything, and I thought, well, it's something I'd love to do again. And the venue is perfect for it because it's the right size, if you know what I mean.
Brilliant
And
venue,
it's a beautiful little room there now they have, and it holds, I don't know, 100 plus or 150 or something like that, or 104, I don't, in between.
But comfortably, like it's lovely.
Comfortably,
Isn't it?
and it's nice, and it's nice vibe. So And then I had been at a gig of Paul's or something that happened in Strabane. I think you were there the same night, actually. Now that I
Oh,
think
the
about
Unplugged?
The Unplugged thing. So,
Aye.
and I happened to be home, and I was up, and I seen Paul play, and I said, you know what, I haven't heard this man play in so long, and he's so damn good.
That's right.
I thought if I get an opportunity to play with him or do something with him, I will. And then this came up, and then I thought, the first man I thought of, well, I'm going to see if Paul is interested in doing it. And I'm delighted he was, because I know I was chatting to him, and I know he was in kind of in the doldrums with music a wee bit and up and down, and that happens to us all, you know, and it's very understandable. So it's a nice thing to do. He's pretty much a Lifford man, half Lifford, half Strabane.
No call
So
for that
he's-
language. Mate. No call for that.
He's close to home. He's living close, so he didn't have far to go. I thought he might be interested, and then I got in touch with Duke. Had done Duke Special. Had done one of the ones in Dublin, and I thought, well, it'd be nice to keep a kind of all northern vibe, if you know what I mean.
Of course.
And I know Duke has a little bit of a love affair with Donegal as well, and so it was an easy sell. And Duke says, "Yeah, I'd love to be there." And that's the three of us are going to do songs on the night, and it really is about just doing our own songs.
Just when you said the Duke, I was thinking about the last time I seen him, and I knew the four of us, but you were there. That was that beautiful day down in Glenveigh a couple of years back.
That's right.
He was there,
Yeah.
and Brandon and Declan were there.
Yeah.
We were there, and somebody else, I can't remember. It was a lovely, beautiful
Yeah.
day. It was a filming.
That was the
but,
thing we were filming in Glenveigh actually at the time for
what a backdrop. But anyway, listen,
gorgeous,
so this is going ahead on Thursday week.
Thursday week 27th, in the old courthouse there in Lifford, and it's just nice to be home, have a venue in Lifford to do, because there never has been, there never was there was bars and all that, but there was
But isn't
never
it
a
funny?
venue.
It's been there for so long.
Yeah.
And it just took maybe Gillian and the crew to sort of say, do you know what you could do? Because I've been in it a few times,
Yeah.
and it's brilliant.
It is.
The acoustics sound great, and
It's lovely.
just lovely atmosphere. And you think it was a courthouse, and the people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not often I've been in court, like, but it's just nice. You know what I mean? With no pressure. You know?
No, it's lovely.
Well, listen, we'll get to talk about it in a wee minute. A song from the two of you, or what will we doing? This?
Paul can introduce us.
Go on ahead.
Go on.
Well, it was after that night, and probably we were out the back of the farmers having a few pints and chatting away.
You're no way.
Aye.
And you married?
got a permission slip.
You're a lucky man, right?
But I said I'd love to. Why don't we write something, or why don't we write a song together? And, just go for it. And we've been knocking this idea around for a few weeks now, and we've sort of knocked it into a bit of shape. And it's funny, we've said, if not
not
now,
sure.
when don't we?
I'm not sure if it's finished, but
We're not sure if it's finished now, but we're going to go.
I've
never stopped this before.
It could be funny for the night. Hey, is this a world exclusive?
It's a world exclusive.
Absolutely, I never thought that. Yeah.
World exclusive.
Right, well, we'd love to hear it.
Well,
I'm sure you would too. But
it's basically a COVID song, and just getting through it and all the rest, and then so we've just been throwing wee ideas about, and it's called "I Can Count on You."
brilliant. Well, we're ready for it.
2, 3, 4.
I was getting on with it, then a lockdown shut down, something about unprecedented, and I got struck down with it. Now I'm sitting in my room alone, PCR and lateral flows. Oh, and I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, it keeps going on and on. Hey, hey, hey. See, everything I do is just for me and you. Better will we make it through. Living in lockdown sure ain't easy to do, but baby, I can count on you. Oh, 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 baby, you can count on me too. Oh, oh, oh. Thinking about the last time we had some fun, so long, yeah, I can't be the only one. I was making plans for it, and then a lockdown shut down. I don't wanna talk about it, don't really know where to go, where to go. It keeps going on and on. Oh, yeah. Everything I do is just for me and you. You're coming here, we'll make it through. Living in a lockdown sure ain't easy to do, yeah. I can count on you. Oh, baby, you can count on me too. Oh, yeah. Baby, you're the medicine to make it all better, 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 better. Nothing else chases away these old blues like you do, yeah. See, everything I do is just for me and you. And baby, we'll make it through. Living in a lockdown sure ain't easy to do. But baby, I can count on you. Oh, 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 baby, you can count on me too. Oh, oh, oh. See, everything I do is just for me and you. Come on, yeah, we'll make it through. Living lockdown ain't easy to do, yeah. But baby, I can count on you. Oh, baby, you can count on me too. Oh, yeah, baby, you can count on me too. Oh, baby, you can count on me too. Oh, baby, you can count on me too.
Yeah, brilliant. Word exclusive there from Paul Tully and Mickey Joe Hart. And You Can Count on Me, is it called?
Count on you.
Count on you. That's
We're not
okay.
sure yet.
And it'll be released, well, whenever
As
you get it.
long as you can count.
Whenever he's get it finished. No, I'm only joking. Hey lads, that's great stuff from
Right on
who's
you.
that? The Not Chosen. Who's that? The Not Chosen. The Not Chosen says, hey lads, that's great stuff. And Mary Gibson says, lovely song. Cool, Mary. Dedicate that to you, Mary, if you hope you enjoyed that one, all right. So, Mickey, we'll go back to the writers series. So,
Yeah.
basically, what's the format? What's the lineup that night?
Well, the lineup is basically we will kind of be helping one another play each other's songs, if that makes sense.
Right? No,
So-
I get that.
That's how it is, and it's done like in the sort of in the round type of vibe where we go round and everybody takes a turn basically, and that's how it's done. The three of us will go round and sing songs and join in one another and tell little stories. And the great thing about it is that you sort of start off. I've noticed that you start off with a set list or an idea of what you might do, and by the end of the night,
Nothing like it.
it's nothing like it, because somebody will sing a song before you that kind of changes the vibe a wee bit, or brings you in another direction, or reminds you of a song maybe.
Is that a good way, but isn't it a good way?
It's
Tick,
great.
tick, aye.
It's great because it's a wee bit challenging for you. You know, you do have obviously your wee things. Well, if I'm stuck, I'll definitely go to that one. You have your little set list together and things that you might think you're doing, but it does tend to bring you some other ways, and that's the beauty of it. You know, and I remember like Duke's quite good at it as well, as you can imagine. He's a unique kind of character.
Without a doubt.
So I remember on Dublin, he got up and he sang a couple of a cappella songs from, you know, one of the old kind of Irish, Northern Irish songwriters that I'd never heard tell of. You know, the old ballads. And could have done a couple of those a cappella. So you never know what's going to happen when Duke's out.
You try and do one of his songs is a big thing, because he's an extrovert. Like he brings in all these unusual sounds and these recordings that you've never heard. You know,
Yeah.
maybe a saucepan or something. But you know what I mean. He's unique. Like, and I mean that with total respect for him, because I think he's an amazing artist. Like, you know,
Yeah,
and it's great. It's great to see that.
He just has, beyond all that, he has a beautiful voice.
No, I know.
He has a beautiful voice, and that's, you know, that kind of above all of the other things, you know, just to sit in a room where you have, it's quite unaffected to hear him just singing when you hear his voice in that capacity. It's really, really nice.
Tickets are €15. They're on sale now, and you can get them at www.gettheglassesonagain.com, www.liverdoldcourthouse.com, and see, that's going to be €15. Jeez, you know what I mean? Like,
And you can ring there as well. You can just call the place up as well and book your tickets on the
book your
line-
tickets on, get the number,
phone as
and
well, yeah. So-
check them out. Yeah, it's good. It's brilliant. As I say, we've been at a couple of gigs in it, and I was talking to Gillian, and she's plans for next year too. So we're looking forward to that. And it's just as you say, it's a venue that just hasn't been around, and all of a sudden it's there. You know, and it's great to see it. So well done to them and the team. Right, we're going to take a quick ad. We'd love to get another song if you don't mind. You can think up with another one or something.
Okay, Paul, you're on.
But what am I doing, Jimmy? That there? All right.
Monday night sessions in association with Blake's Bar, Letterkenny. Thursday, 20th of October. High featuring Pat Muldowney and Caroline Coyle.
We're just two lost, lonely.
Price sale. Get up to 50% off everything in store. All kitchen and bathroom tiles, all wood flooring, all bathware, all cladding. Everything's reduced. It's our biggest ever sale. The right price tiles and wood flooring, half price sale. Stores nationwide. Sale extended until Sunday.
If you need advice on what's best for coughs or colds, or what's best for sore throats or flu, just ask at your local Brennan's Pharmacy. If you need advice on the best vitamins and tonics to put a pep in your step, just ask at your local Brennan's Pharmacy. Whether it's about backaches, headaches, or tummy aches, your Brennan's Pharmacy team can help. If you need advice from someone you trust, we're here for you at your local Brennan's Pharmacy, Buncrana, Clonmany and Creeslow.
Hegarty's Auto Body Repairs in Letterkenny have been keeping cars on the road across the northwest for the past 50 years. Hegarty's are the only Ford-approved body shop in the northwest, but repair all makes and models. Paintless dent removal, windscreen replacement and restoration work. Hegarty's even mix their own paint. Approved by most insurance companies and certified Steel Standards Ireland. That's Hegarty's Auto Body, Letterkenny. For all vehicle repairs. See Hegartys.com.
Hello, Hill 16 Insurance. How can I help you? Up the dubs.
Hi. I am looking for a home insurance quote.
Righto, and what part of Dublin do you live in?
I don't actually live in Dublin.
Right. Do you lease a part of dubs?
What? I'm just looking for home insurance.
Well, you're going to have to keep looking, pal, because Hill 16 is Dublin only.
Do you get the feeling that your insurer doesn't want you? Well, at Local Insurance, we are Irish owned and understand your needs. Call us today for a bespoke quote on 0818 894 444. Local Insurance, we'll get you sorted. The Local Insurance Network, DAC Trading's Local Insurance, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland. Local Insurance is a tied insurance intermediary of Acorn Brokerage Limited. Acorn Brokerage Limited, trading as Acorn Insurance, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Monday night sessions in association with Blake's Bar, Letterkenny. Sunday, 23rd of October, Without Willow, featuring Karen Kelly and Simon McCafferty. Trad session every Monday night. All musicians welcome.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back at 8:30 on the Monday nights. And we are joined in studio by Mickey Joe Hart and Paul Tully, head of their Mickey Joe Presents, the writer series down at the courthouse in Lifford Thursday week. And it's definitely going to be good. I'm actually looking forward to it because I'm heading along myself. So, would you? There's a way thing to ask, probably embarrassing too. Would I be allowed to pop in there in the middle of that, you know? An old saucepan of Duke wanted a bit of a backup. Do you know what I mean? Because there's one thing in our house.
Bring a few bottles with you, a couple of saucepans.
There's no more bringing
bottles.
No more bringing bottles.
A few pint glasses might be easy to find.
You know what I mean? And then another
funny
comb and a bit of what do you call it, paper. No, it's definitely going to be a good night. What about yourself? Are you busy, Mickey? Are you?
I had a good summer. You know, it was dead on compared. You know.
Derry Girls is doing good for you, like, isn't it?
Doing all right, yeah. About yourself, it's nice when it gets a bit of airplay. It's hard to get airplay, more harder than ever. So it's lovely when people like yourself have these shows that help us out, because it is just getting, like, for example, I don't want to sound like the old man on the road, but when I started out, when we were doing albums, and it was easier just 20 years ago or 19 years ago when I had the Sonny album out or whatever, and you were. Just seem to be more places for Irish music and new music, but that's the hard thing. It's just always a challenge, and it's the same for everybody. Talking to the Coronas, the guys, it's, no matter what level, it's always the same. It's just difficult. It's hard.
Does the big record labels get you airplay quicker, or does it?
Absolutely. I mean, if the more
money in it,
absolutely, that's how it works, really. And it is, it's that's just the nature of the business, and you have to just suck it up and try and get on. And but it's just getting harder and harder to find places, and a lot of the stations are very playlisted now and very structured in that way. So it's hard. There's, even the DJs themselves find themselves that their hands are tied a bit.
Even from here, you know what I mean. The fairness have been very good here. Been absolutely brilliant. And the thing is. I can never understand, because you get a lot of music sent, and we're delighted to say we're getting music all the time, every day, both me and Jimmy, and it's great, but the amount of people tell you, thanks for the airplay, we can't get airplay, and I can't understand it. I really genuinely can't understand why people just say, let's support Irish music. Why do we play a lot of international? Maybe that's suppose it's down to money or
something,
whatever.
it's-
But
well, it is, but it's just we have. It's one of the things that we have a richness of in this country is really good Irish, local and national bands that are international, and we have loads of it. We don't have to go looking too far, So.
yeah, we had a playlist myself and Jimmy put up together for last Monday night show, and we couldn't get all the playlist played because we had no artists on in respect to the incident that happened in Creeslough. So we made a playlist of Irish music. Gee, we could have filled it 10 times over.
Yeah.
And we didn't get it all played, and Jimmy held back once, and people wanted to hear requests on his show on our Thursday night. Quite easy. At the minute, you can do totally Irish all day. And
absolutely.
good quality stuff.
Yeah, it is.
It
really is. Yeah.
People now have the confidence, and I hope it continues. I really, really do. Great to see you back, Paul. Best wishes to them both. Have to get tickets for this gig now from Maureen Rouge. Maureen, how you doing? Maureen was at the Unplugged.
Maureen,
come you closer to that mic.
Oh, sorry. How's it going, Maureen?
You should be. You think you'd know the track by now with microphones and stuff. But no, maybe you don't. Sorry, maybe you've been away too. Maybe you've been away too long. Sorry from the rock and roll scene, But no, thanks, Maureen.
Doing the whole Bob Dylan thing with it.
Disappear, come back.
And you get that out thing he's singing. You don't know what he's saying, but it's good. It's good. Oh, he's good. He's good, but I haven't a notion what he's on about, But. The next song you're going to do first, Bob Dylan.
Knocking on heaven's door.
This is a song called Grace.
Oh, yes.
So here we go.
We love this.
You like it? I am beginning to understand that I am a part of some bigger plan, and I believe in a promised land and what the love for a woman can do for a man. Grace, I'll find you in time. I'll find that peace of mind. Oh, Grace, I'll find you in time. I'll find that peace of mind. We're talking to a statue of St. Anthony. I'm praying for a miracle, some light so I can see. 'Cause there's so many things that I want to be, but God knows what I really need now. Ah, Grace, I'll find you in time. I'll find that peace of mind. Ah, Grace, I'll find you in time. I'll find that peace of mind. And I was always so in love with you, in body and mind together in time. And when that day arrived, lift me up with your love and light. I'll find you in time. I'll find that peace of mind. Oh, Grace, you're here with me now. I'll find you some way, somehow.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well done. And that's your sort of song that you have to do every night, no doubt.
Well, that's
It works well. I remember the last time I heard it was that night you were talking about Mickey down at Unplugged, and you could have heard a pin drop. Because I dropped a pin and you could hear it. I took one in my hair. I took one in my hair and I said to my daughter, "I said, nobody
hit
hears
him in the back of the head."
Dropped the pin again and I heard it. No, that was brilliant. I love that song. Hey, I love that song. That's the sober version. There's an extended play version with sort of lyrics changed just to try and catch people out from Aaron Moore. But I've always said about that. You know, you took that guitar, it wasn't even tuned, wasn't sorted, and you just went and did.
Well,
sober, you couldn't have done it.
No,
no, but it was we must set out festival. Hey, it was great crack. It was swell. Hey.
I loved it. A couple of years I was there and just.
We were out 2 years on it, you know, and it was just. Do you know the hardest thing was having to leave the island and go home.
There's no closing hours either. Like,
no,
if you think you're big enough, like, go for it. Like.
No, a late night now is about half it for me. This is a big one here for me tonight. Let me tell you. But anyway, listen, as I say, Mickey Joe Hart presents the Writers Series, and it's in the alley. It is in the Lifford Courthouse. And if you haven't been there and you enjoy good music, go along. And this is going to be something special. It's a unique kind of a style of a show, and it, as Mickey said, it's kind of wide open. It could go any way, but not in a bad way. I mean, it could go any direction, like, you know what I mean, in a good way. So, it challenges the artist, as they say.
Yeah, it's free and easy.
Free and easy.
It's casual, but.
Are you gigging much yourself, Mickey?
It's been okay, thank God. You know, as I say, the COVID wiped us out, as you know. So it was good. Summer was good, and things were busy over in England now this weekend, and come back, and it's, you know, there's things happening, thank God, and you know, up until the end of the year, things are looking okay. So lots of wee bits, and hopefully just pre-production for an album, and trying to get an album out, you know, New Year. So. Yeah, lots of different things going on. Thank God, it is. It's keeping me busy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going straight. I heard you on the radio the last day talking about your green guitar.
Oh yeah, Dermot and Dave. I was on. Yeah. It's a true story. That is a true story.
Hey, some pressure that day, wasn't there?
It was a bit of fun, all right, trying to find that guitar. And
never heard that before. I never heard the story before. And
I didn't tell anybody. It's taken me 20 years to get around it.
Did you hear that story, Jimmy? Yeah, Mickey, go on, you tell it. So you might as well tell it here.
Well, you see,
nobody listens to that other station.
It was the week of the Eurovision. We were in Latvia, and the green guitar had made it's Alistair down in Emerald Guitars presented me sort of halfway through Eurostar, the program that led me to get to Eurovision, which wasn't a part of the plan at all. But anyway, we won't talk about that. Alistair sort of presented me with this guitar, and the guys up in Eurostar on the TV obviously loved it because it looked great on the TV, you know. So, and then when we went to Eurovision, they also loved it. So we were doing a lot of rehearsals. And the day before the Eurovision, the last rehearsal, it was a long week of rehearsals and technical stuff and all that. You can imagine it is a very full-on week, but it's enjoyable, but full-on, you know. And but we went after the rehearsal, sort of said, okay, we'll get ourselves prepped for tomorrow, and went for a little bit of food, and didn't do anything crazy or mad or anything that night, and went to bed relatively early, and got up in the morning, and the manager came and said, okay, let's go, let's grab the guitar there. And so I said, no, you have the guitar. He says, no, you have it. I give it to you last. And I said, no, definitely not. Anyway, long story short, we hadn't a clue where the guitar was, and we said, okay, where were we last? We had to retrack our steps, and we managed to. There was a girl who was looking after us for the week, you know. She was kind of designated for us, so she was great. We rang her up.
She earned her money.
She earned her money that day, and she went and located the guitar, and it was in the back of a taxi, the last taxi we used. He didn't even know it was there. He went out and opened his boot the next day, and it was there.
It was there.
And there it landed back.
How long before the show, like, or how long before?
Oh, I mean, we just got it that morning, you know, whatever. There would have been serious calls to Alistair, can you get home on the next flight and get back here for 8 o'clock?
Very good. I laugh when I heard it, because I
didn't
hear the brilliant story, but it ended well, and I thank God. You see, just getting away from Thursday night, looking back on the whole Eurostar thing and all, what's your feelings about it now?
I mean, my feelings are good. I mean, I had such a good time, but it was, It's one of those things, I suppose. It's the Eurovision always has this kind of credibility problem, you know, and then as a singer-songwriter, you're always struggling a bit with that and trying. But you know, I realise now that it's not such a big thing. People come, they want to hear the song. I play it every night. They come and they want, you know, I don't make any exceptions really for it, and it's just something I was able to sort of piggyback a lot of my own wee things off the back of it, and it gets bums on seats and gets people out, and I really enjoy singing it nowadays. I really do. I do a lot of solo stuff, so it's an acoustic upbeat kind of version that I do of it.
It never can fall flat, that song. You know what I mean? If you're out, everybody wants to hear it. Like, there's no point, you know.
No, absolutely, and I wouldn't dare not try. You know, I did try and steer away from it for a while. You know, just try and but I realised that was understandable. It was detrimental. You know, that it really doesn't make sense.
Would you encourage anybody young coming up now? I know the market and the whole world's changed now, and that, and they look at these things different. But would you encourage anybody to go down that road? Some people are anti these.
Yeah, talent shows. I mean, that's 20 years ago, nearly 19. But so we got kind of the first batch of it, and it was before a lot of the, you know, the stuff came after the X Factors and Voice and all those kind of things. So I was very fortunate that we had a huge year, and it took the country kind of by surprise, took us completely by surprise, and kind of left me in a position that I have to be kind of thankful for, because I know so many people would give their right arm to have, you know, a #1 album and to go over to Sony, sign a deal with them, and go over to London and work with John Kelly, and you know, and do an album there, and all these kind of things that came off the back of it. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword sometimes, but in retrospect, and you know, looking back, it was just a fantastic opportunity. As I say, so many people would give the right arm for it.
You have a 400 million audience watching you too. You know?
Huge.
I read somewhere that you said that the Sony thing, you've done it too quick. You think? Do you think that?
I do now. You know, again, hindsight's great. You know, but yeah, it was. We had done this album with Sony, and we had #1 and everything, and they were prepared to do a second album. I had a kind of 5-album deal. You know, they always have these deals, but they don't obviously. But they were keen to do a second album, and I was sort of thought, well, I have a good fan base here now, and you know, it's a good time to get out and do. I always wanted to have my own label, have control, and all those things. But you realise when you have your own label and you're out, you really still don't have control either. You still have to make those decisions that, you know, you just make them, and you just don't have as big a team behind you to work it. And so I would have, probably looking back, I would have loved to have maybe do now. You know, I would have probably been better to do a second album at least with them and see where that would have went. And you know, they could have opened little doors, and maybe in terms of producers or getting to work with other writers, or I don't know. You know, but they have the difference. As I always say, I remember getting into HMV in Grafton Street, and the doors, you know, the doors that open up, you know, when you walk in. And I remember seeing my album, the very first shelf.
Wow.
At your #1, and that's when you have Sony or whatever behind you.
Yeah.
Whereas when you have your own label, you're going down the shop searching for it.
You're asking for it.
Excuse me, do you have it in stock? That's the difference.
Very good.
That's one of the. I remember, you know, that was the huge difference. I remember, and
but that was a great feeling too. But in fairness, walking in the shop and Jesus myself, you know what I mean?
It's lovely when, you know, absolutely. It's I won't say it's not. It is.
No, it's really good. It's good to hear your views on it for people that are listening and just mixed up and don't know, you know, should I go for these or not?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say not go for them. You know, there's so many. The thing about it is that the whole industry has changed so much.
Seeing that 19 years you're talking about, it's unbelievable.
Oh, it's unreal. It's like there was a process that was there for maybe 100 years before, or 200 years, that, you know, you released music, you toured, you done a radio tour, you done a tour of things, and that's how it worked. And you went, and that was it. There was no websites, there was no Instagram, there's no social media sort of aspect of it. So you know, and that's you're lived and died by that, if you know what I mean. And now there are so many avenues. You know, if the one avenue doesn't work, or your album doesn't work on that particular website or on that particular platform, then okay, let's release it on this platform, let's release it again on this, let's do re-edits of it, you know, there's so many.
But the big deal, the big record deal or stuff doesn't mean that much now.
Yeah, they're not there, but as they were before either. I was kind of.
That's not a bad thing, you know, because if you are an independent artist, you come in, you have control, and you know, you can. I'm not saying your own destiny, but you can help in a way, you know what I mean. I think just a lot of them big companies have too much of a say, and they seem to turn people into machines.
Well, I agree and I disagree, but the only thing about it is now the big companies are Spotify and iTunes, and really the money isn't filtering down to the
It's not.
artists. At least when the record labels were there and when they were selling physical records and all of those kind of things, you were getting play. There was, you know, the bulk of the money, or a good part of the money, was coming. The artists were able to get. Now,
right.
I mean, the rates of, like, you know, I don't want to be hashing things, but the rates that, you know, the likes of Spotify and iTunes and stuff like that are given are just atrocious in terms of giving it to artists.
I was talking to a singer, and the biggest part of his thing, one of his biggest things now is merch. As well as, you know what I mean, physical CDs aren't even, he said, you know, but merch, he said, is one of the things that they're homing on now, you know.
Yeah, that's
me and Jimmy have it here, merch. We
if
did have.
If you can get something that people want to buy like that, that's, you know, and really getting people that, you know,
well, our stuff, they didn't even want it for nothing.
Couldn't give it away.
We couldn't give it away. But listen,
I know the feeling.
Maggie, it's good to get.
I have a big room full of CDs.
Very good, very good. No, it's good to get your views, and I appreciate that, because it's, you know, as I say, it's nice to just hear that side of it, and it wasn't all bad for you, which is good, you know what I mean, and you hear where you are, and so we're grateful for that. But this Thursday week, as I said, Duke Special will be along with Paul Tully and Mickey Joe Hart. It's going to be an absolute cracker of a night. I'm really, really looking forward to it myself. What I like about that wee venue too is it's lovely, because they do cans of Guinness and they come out of the fridge, and they're just lovely, right?
It's a simple thing.
If you're listening, and Gillian, and it's not stocked up, get a half a dozen of them for next Thursday, and keep them in a blue bag for me. Right, come here. It's great to see the both of you, and you know, we always enjoy the company. We always enjoy chatting these, and you've always, you know, you've always been good to us and come up for the crack and all. We'd love to get a final song.
Oh God, right. So
you're bound to know another one. Tully's looking in shock here. No.
I'll tell you what. You know what we'll do? I was gonna do Derry Girl, but will I do that live?
Aye.
All right, okay.
Do you want us to take an ad break, or you?
No, we're okay.
Do you know the words, Paul? They're up on that screen in front of you, look.
Friday night, who's around? How's about you? Let's hit the town. Take our chances, cross the bridge, figure out what the difference is. I don't know what's the fuss. Why is it always them and us? All I want's to have the crack. Not one step forward, 2 steps back. When you take a closer look, should we all read the one big book? Who's to say who's right or wrong when we've been brainwashed far too long? Just be careful what you say, 'cause they might figure out today you wandered over from the far side, honey. You might need to get out of here right handy. I'm in love with a Derry girl. She's alright, and she's all mine. Catch yourself on, get a grip. The Derry girls are on the rip, and they don't take no prisoners, boys. Move over, muckers, 'cause here comes a noise. Hearts of gold, pens of steel, and Granny swears they're the real deal. And I believe her, 'cause she was too. A Derry girl through and through. I'm in love with a Derry girl. She's alright, oh, she's all mine. Oh, there's been a lot of changes. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes. Oh, there's been a lot of changes around here. Oh, there's been a lot of changes. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes. Oh, there's been a lot of changes around here. 30 years come and gone, still together and going strong. I guess there's truth in what they say. Love will always find a way. And if my wish does come true, there'll be no barriers for you. And boys and girls are free to meet on any side of any street. I'm in love. I'm in love with a Derry girl, and she's alright. She's all mine. I'm in love. I'm in love with a Derry girl. She's so fine. Hey, nine. She's all mine. I'm in love. I'm in love with a Derry girl. She's so fine. Hey, she's all mine. I'm in love. I'm in love with a Derry girl. She's so fine. Oh, she's all mine. Friday night, who's around? How's about you? Let's hit the town. We'll take our chances, cross the bridge where my Derry girl still lives.
Yeah! That's an absolute belter of a song, Mickey. It's a real crack. You wrote that yourself, didn't you?
I did.
Did you say... You shouldn't be laughing about that. Yeah, it's a good fun song. It's a good,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you say last time? Was your granny from Derry? Is that what it was? Was it?
The granny's from Derry. I better say hello to my Uncle Don if he's listening, because he was ringing me to see if I was on. So
Don.
his mum. So, yeah.
Don, and do you know what I've said to you before? But Don, I hope you're keeping well. I asked you last time how Don was.
You did.
And
Yeah,
I hope
he's
you're
doing
well,
good.
Don.
He's
One of the legends of the music in the Northwest
Absolutely.
is Don Hart.
Absolutely.
And I tell you what, if you're about Don, you fancy coming up some night, the door's open. That's one thing we guarantee.
You get some good stories out of him.
Oh, what he's chatting about. No, he is.
Absolutely.
And very well known and very, very well respected. Don Hart. Right, we're going for a quick ad break. We'll be right back after this. Don't you dare go away.
Monday night sessions in association with Blake's Bar, Letterkenny. Wednesday 19th of October. Man with the Hat playing his wild Atlantic soul. With the best in soul, northern soul, R&B, two-tone, rocksteady, ska, reggae, jazz and blues. All on original vinyl records.
Over 500,000 women experience in silence here at any one time. Yet is a natural part of a woman's life. But because hasn't been talked about, women often don't even recognise it in themselves. Can cause anxiety, impact relationships, disrupt sleep, trigger hot flushes and more. Let's take the mystery out of menopause. Be informed. Talk about it. See gov.ie/menopause. And of the Government of Ireland.
Don't sleep in and miss the very latest beds and mattress offers from dfibeds.ie, Ireland's leading online bed and mattress retailer. You'll get a comfy Irish-made mattress, upholstered base and headboard from an amazing €229. Check out the full range at dfibeds.ie. Delivery free and guaranteed to you within 7 working days. DFI Beds. Sleep well, live well.
If you're about to use an electrical appliance, like your hairdryer, which uses a lot of energy, just ask the question, is this a good time?
Yeah, electricity demand's fairly low. You're looking good.
If it's before 5 p.m. or after 7 p.m, it is a good time because it's outside of peak hours when less of us are using electricity at the same time. For customised advice, tips and helpful information, such as finding out the best times to use electrical appliances like your hairdryer, sign up to our pilot at esbnetworks.ie/pilot.
Is the appearance of your staff important to your business? It's the first point of contact for customers when entering your premises. At C&M Embroidery in Letterkenny, they have a huge range of clothing covering all areas of the workplace. It's widely known that customers warm to and trust employees that present themselves well. Have your company name embroidered or printed on all your work uniforms. Contact C&M Embroidery on 07491 28097 and get your staff looking their best.
Monday night sessions in association with Blake's Bar, Letterkenny. Sunday 23rd of October, Without Willow, featuring Karen Kelly and Simon McCafferty. Fad session every Monday night. All musicians welcome.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back. It's almost 9 o'clock on a Monday night sessions, and we're delighted to say We are joined in studio by Mickey Joe Hart and, of course, Paul Tully, and they will be along with Duke Special on Thursday week, the 27th of October, in the Lifford Old Courthouse. And it's a kind of writer's series, and it's performing in the round. You'll enjoy it. Go along. Tickets are €15. You can get them at the liffordcourthouse.com, or you can ring them and they'll certainly sort you out with tickets. Right, lads, I want to say thanks very much indeed, but I know we're contracted for 3 songs, but I just have a wild feeling we could squeeze on a 4th. What do you think?
Absolutely, we'll give it a go.
We really appreciate that from the bottom of our heart. What's this reaching?
We'll do a little ode to Donegal with the week and the last couple of weeks of sun. It's just a nice wee.
Lovely.
Just something to say hello to everybody, and we're thinking of you down there.
Brilliant.
I just dropped in to see you all. Only stay a while. I want to hear how you're getting on. I want to see you smile. I'm happy to be back again and greet you, big and small. For there's no place else on earth just like the homes of Donegal.
I long to see your smiling faces standing by the wall. The kettle on the boiling hearth as I walk up the floor. And there to see laid out for me, shake down by the wall. For there's no place else on earth just like the homes of Donegal. Donegal. Of London are far behind, and the thoughts of homeland filling my mind. Familiar places come into view. I see my home, soon I'll see you. This is my homeland, the place I was born in. No matter where I roam, it's in my soul. My feet may wander 1,000 places, but my heart will lead me back home to my Donegal.
time has come for me to go. Bid you all adieu. The open highway calls me back to do these things I do. While I'm traveling far away, your friendship I'll recall. And please God, I'll soon return unto the homes of Donegal.
Pride of all, Donegal.
Wow, absolutely. Wow. You definitely heard a pin drop there. You nailed that one, the two of you. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I will be keeping a recording of that, and we'll be selling all the rights for ourselves. You should get on for it. Hi, brilliant. Thank you very, very much indeed. And once again, Mickey Joe Hart and Paul Tully, Thursday week in the courthouse, the old courthouse in Lifford, with the writers' sessions, and it's going to be a good night. Joining them will also be Duke Special. Tickets, €15. You get them on the old Lifford Courthouse website, or you can give them a ring. Mickey and Paul, pleasure's ours, as always.
Thank you, lads.
You
Thanks
very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Do you suffer from high cholesterol, menopause symptoms, digestive issues, anxiety, aches and pains, or a lack of energy? The highly trained team at The Natural Way Letterkenny can provide advice on natural remedies for a number of individual health issues. The Natural Way also has its own brand of herbal treatments to help fight fatigue, relieve digestive discomfort, maintain a healthy immune system, and alleviate common menopause symptoms. The Natural Way at Letterkenny Shopping Centre, your one-stop health shop.
When it comes to searching for a holiday, Atlantic Travel and Letterkenny deal with all the major tour operators from Dublin and Belfast to find you the best deals available. A week in the sun, a cruise, or maybe a short break. Whatever suits, you can book in confidence with Atlantic, knowing your holiday is protected should something go wrong. Take the hassle and worry out of your holiday booking with the award-winning Atlantic Travel, St Oliver Plunkett Road, Letterkenny. For a quote today, see Facebook, visit atlantictravel.ie or call 9126193.
Has your accountant advised you to make a pension contribution to save tax? As award-winning brokers, John F. Lowery Financial Services can guide you through the process of setting up your first pension or review your existing pension contracts to make sure you are still getting good value for money. At John F. Lowery Financial Services, our business is your financial peace of mind. To arrange a personal consultation with one of our qualified financial advisors, visit jfl.ie or call 9124002. John F. Lowery and Associates Limited, trading as John F. Lowery Financial Services, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Monday night sessions in association with Blake's Bar, Letterkenny. Thursday, 20th of October. High-heeled Converse featuring Pat Muldowney and Caroline Coyle.
Driving through the city, colors flashing in my eyes. Sure looks pretty, even if it's in the skies. People in the streets surrounded by the night, moving to the beats under